Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for March 17th, 2025. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle for Gemini. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. So we have hidden motivations and we have playing it safe. And so this tells me that your intention is to be, well, Spirit's saying that a lot of what you're doing, it's to keep you need to keep the reasons why you're doing something under I wouldn't say under wraps, but until you're able to better articulate your reason, your why. It's like, well, the safest thing you could possibly do is to focus your energy on the moment where you are right now, right? If we can't explain why we're doing something, articulate it properly without sounding dramatic, without sounding childish, egotistical, opinionated, without being stubborn, um, then we would focus on the here and now, right? And trust that things are working out behind the scenes, right? And this intentions, a lot of this has to do with your actions, your movements, what you're saying to people, and they're showing that you could still make things are still possible, but you've got to focus on the present moment. There's a lot of energy of focusing on the past, and that if you have to clearly decide what you really want at this point, especially when it comes to love. Decide now, right now, what it is you want, not what you wanted. You know what I mean, in the past, because they're showing that you're focusing a lot of energy on past events, and it's wasting your present moments. There's something in your present moment now that needs your attention, and they want you to be very mindful of what you say. And that's part of the reason why I'm seeing the hidden motivation. Seven of Pentacles, Temperance, Seven of Swords, and Devil. And they're speaking a lot about how you are very focused on a deception, very focused on you know what I mean? This is like, I can't let go of this deception. I'm almost obsessing over it. Like, why did one waste so much energy saying this or that or doing this or that, right? It's like, someone is patiently waiting to uncover a deception too. That's another aspect of this here. But hidden motivations, definitely this intention. This is an intention of saying, I'm not really sure exactly what to spend my time on, because I don't know if you even trust that divine timing is at play, or that things are balancing themselves out, or things are going to come out, or there's something about not really trusting it. So I don't really know exactly what to do type thing. Playing it safe is the Fool and Hermit. And so the playing it safe aspect is about taking a leap of faith. Some of you may be wanting to take a leap of faith on the present moment, but the Hermit would say doing some soul searching about what I need to do, like what I need to take a leap of faith on. Someone's confused. I'm just going to be honest with this. You don't want to look. There's something about a person wanting to look comfortable, wanting to learn from this, wanting this journey to end, or the journey to keep going. And it's, like, I just want to keep moving, or I want this leg of the journey to be over. I want to get off whatever whatever mode of transportation I've been on. I want to get off. It's important now to focus on your purpose, or to figure out what that is. I'm seeing angel number 5555, and this is speaking about how a lot of what you've gone through. 5555 is an interesting number, because it usually says, you know what, although your circumstances may have sucked, because the Seven of Swords and the Devil, all of that combined with all of that, it sucked for sure, because one would not ruminate over something unless it did, especially not a Gemini. But they're saying you're not a victim of the circumstances that you were in, right? Rather, you're the beneficiary of it. And that there's something about this situation that needed to be shaken up. that you are benefiting from it. Now, for some reason, I mean, for some of you on a very mundane level, you're a beneficiary for the simple fact that you don't have to deal with certain people anymore. They've shown their hand. That's a benefit, right? Or otherwise, they'd still be around you tiptoeing in the dark. It'd still be happening. Or it would mean that whatever was done actually set you up for success in the future. And also too, Spirit speaking about how life is dull and boring, that this was more for any. I don't know about that, because sometimes 55-55 could say, you know what, we spice things up for you, right? There's different circumstances. If you're not a victim, you're a beneficiary of certain circumstances. That means the circumstances sucked, but it's a blessing in disguise. Or that you finally see something, you were meant to see it. It's a blessing now that you see, because now you're now seeing the person or the people involved for who they really are. Or sometimes it could even be, you know what, we had to spice things up a little bit. Your life is getting kind of, you said you were bored, you said you were sick of the same old, so we spiced it up a little bit for you. And I don't like that kind of thing, but that's what it's like. Sometimes that number can bring up. It breaks down to a singular two, so that would definitely be between you and other people. But they want you to adapt to the changes, and that everything is truly working out for the best when that number comes out, and wanting you to know that you're accomplishing what you set out to do, and everything works out perfectly in the end. But they're also throwing out the North Node energy. North Node is about your life's purpose. It's about growth. It's about expansion, opportunities in your space now for something different other than what you've been dealing with. Usually North Node is taking you completely out of the deceptive ring. Like you're no longer learning lessons and suffering from karma or paying that debt, right? You're now in a space where you are creating credit for yourself. You are doing something productive. You're doing something that arouses passion. And so they're asking you to now focus on now, being mindful with, at all times, and living only within the moments that you have now. But there's someone here that, for this to be here so many times, that's still focused on the past. It's time to take a leap of faith away from it. Family, friends, and guides is the King of Cups and the Six of Swords. These are passed on loved ones here, usually, right? This is that energy, the spirit of those who are mentoring you from the spirit. And these are people that love you and want you to get as far away and block everyone involved and to just get away. Six of Swords as Water Fire Tarot, I think that's her name. She's a Scorpio. She is so funny. But she calls the Six of Swords the water Uber, which is like detaching from any emotionally chaotic situation. You may have been taken advantage of or felt as though you were kicked while you were down or sabotaged in some way, set up even for some of you. And they're saying to cut them off like that. The only way to get peace of mind is to get away from it. And so your past and loved ones are telling you this, but they're also giving off a message that like a year from now, you're going to look back at this and realize that you could be anything and have anything you want. They want you to focus more on exploring what your purpose is and falling in love with something that has to do with your purpose and creating from that. Because a lot of our purpose has something to do, it's unique within us. And it does involve a lot of creation. It involves a lot of creativity, right? And so they're wanting you to understand that you're holding your own self back, right? They want you to start focusing on attracting beautiful relationships in your life. But the dark thoughts energy tells me that some of you with Ten of Swords and Ace of Wands is that any new thing is just going to be more of the same. Right? Any new situation, any new relationships that I form, whether it be friends or lovers, it's just going to be the same thing. It's going to end badly like this did or like that did or whatever the case is. They're showing an awareness of like a thought process that prevents you from moving forward. It prevents you from trusting the mystery of new. Someone in this space is still focused on the past, quite comfortable in it, but they're asking you to move forward, endure, right? Find something to motivate you to move forward. whatever this is. Continue to move forward. Um, who, man, this feels personal because it's like, golly, who's actually going through this? And then, yeah. Um, they're asking you to perform some house magic in your home to help you to bring house money. House magic is usually like, this is for prosperity typically, but it's like getting, okay, so getting a large green glass bowl, putting this in the hallway, or like if you have a little table when you come in, or you just put everything, when you empty your pockets, you put it all in the dresser. But they want you to put everything in that bowl. Like if it's your money, spare change, um, whatever it is, right? Put it in that bowl, and then when it starts to fill, you take half of it and do something cool for yourself, and the other half you give to someone, or you give something away, you get something to donate, or you donate it. And because charity, well, I want to say, yeah, generosity returns to you multiplied, sometimes exponentially. Okay. And so they're asking you to do this because whatever it was that you were dealing with before, it was robbing you or stealing from you. And it's time to rebuild. So that is something there. Do I see anything else? North Node placements, roses, they want you to incorporate in your space. It attracts relationships that are meaningful. They want you to forgive that. They're saying that you don't want to waste any more of your time, especially your past and loved ones. Whales may be important to you, but they keep throwing out here that a year from now, things are going to be such a distant memory, like this present energy, distant memory in a year. You could be dealing with an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. We also have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You could be a Gemini, Cancer cusp. Yep, you have Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp, Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. If you're not dealing with these signs, which you don't have to be, these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.